Hey, what's up and how are you doing? My name is Ian Jagger. I hope this finds you absolutely fantastic. I must start by saying that I am really terrified about recording this video. I have been for the better part of 2 years, but that will make sense as we go along. I've been away from social media for a while. Um, Actively, that is. A while back, I was posting a lot of content, a lot of videos. I had a vlog, an active vlog, and many other things. And I have been away from social for the better part of the last 4.5 years. And so getting back to social has been a very terrifying concept, but it's been one that I couldn't avoid. And let me start by explaining why. So in a very short while, in just about a month, I will be celebrating my 12th anniversary, my 12th sobriety anniversary. I've had different ways of celebrating those anniversaries in the past. I've had cake, I've had small celebrations, and on my 10th one, that was 2 years ago, I was really feeling the conviction to celebrate it in a more meaningful way. I felt the need to celebrate it through service. And that's when the idea to reach out to people who are just starting out on their recovery journeys began. But for the better part of the last 2 years, I have really, really struggled with trying to find comfort with the idea, trying to find comfort in the idea of coming back to social media. And then a short while ago, just about 2 weeks ago, I ran across a young man who was going through, what you'd call one of the really difficult stages of active addiction. And when I saw him and I could relate to what he was going through and where he was, I couldn't help but wonder that 2 years that it's taken me to get to this point, if I had done this earlier, is it possible that I might have helped just one person to begin the recovery process with a bit more, what's the word I'm looking for? A bit more confidence, just by shaping out what the recovery process looks like and mapping out what to expect at the different stages of recovery. And that really spoke to me in a big way. In fact, so much so that when I went home, I kept falling out of sleep that night, and I couldn't forget. I couldn't stop. I couldn't get that guy out of my mind. And so this thing that I have put off for 2 years, I have decided to do it now. I have decided to really comb through what my recovery process has been over the last 12 years and break it down in a way that somebody else might take that blueprint and customize it to their own life, to their own situation. And, hopefully it can give them some level of confidence as they start their journey. And so the video I am currently recording is an introduction to that series of videos. Yeah, so maybe it might be a good idea to share with you what the series is going to be about. So the last 12 years have been extremely challenging. And I guess that could be said for most people. But it's been extremely challenging for me. So I'm not celebrating 12 years of sobriety at a time when things were rosy and everything went according to plan. Quite the contrary. I'm just about to turn 40, and the last 12 years have been by far the most challenging of my entire life. And through it all, I stayed sober. Um, in the interest of fairness, I must also say that the last 12 years have also been the most amazing of my life. In the last 12 years, I found sobriety. In the last 12 years, or through the last 12 years, I became a father of two amazing little human beings. Over the last 12 years, I found the courage to start more than one business. Over the last 12 years, I began to understand myself and what I'm about in with much more clarity than I had ever before. So it's been this blend of extreme challenges and extreme highs, extreme rewards. Um, but I couldn't help but feel that if somebody had done what I'm trying to do here, if somebody had taken their own journey of recovery and kind of drew out a blueprint, it might have helped me avoid some really, really difficult spots. There are many moments over the last 12 years that I came very, very close to considering hitting the bottle again. And so I'm doing this so that somebody else who might be starting out on their recovery journey does not have to go through all the stuff that can be avoided if, one knows how to. And so that's why I'm doing this. It is extremely important that I mention this. I am not a psychiatrist. I am not a psychologist. I'm not a therapist. I am not making these videos and sharing this information as an expert. Um, I am sharing this as a guy who has been there. I'm sharing this as a guy who's gone through some horrific addiction and somehow managed to come out on the other side. I'm sharing purely from my experiences, what has worked for me, what I found not to work, and how to maneuver between those options as the recovery journey progresses. I guess it's also important that I mention who this is meant for. These videos, this series, are dedicated to anybody who is just in the process of leaving rehab or have just left rehab. Or maybe you had been to rehab previously and maybe something happened and you relapsed. This would also be of value to you. This is not meant as a substitute for rehabilitation or for all the other well-established ways of commencing addiction recovery. It's very important that I share that. This is not a substitute. It's meant to complement. It's meant to be used in tandem with everything else that one might have acquired, say in rehab. So yeah, please do not use this as a substitute. If you've gone through rehabilitation, and specifically if you've gone through an AA-NA based rehabilitation, that's Alcoholics Anonymous, Narcotics Anonymous. If you went to a rehabilitation center or rehabilitation process that had AA and NA as the foundation, then this will be brilliant for you. These will help you or show you how to take everything that you've learned in that process and take it to a whole other place. AA and A rehabilitation are brilliant for getting you to, number one, stop using and give you tools that will help you to realize that your life is better without using. What I'm going to be sharing with you is based on 12 years of actual real life experience of being qua ground, yeah, having real life experience, being sober, staying sober, and maneuvering through the good, the bad, the ugly of life while maintaining sobriety. So I think it was important that I share that disclaimer. So allow me to share with you what subsequent videos will be touching on. This one is just the introduction. So there are 8 main areas that I will focus on. But each video, there'll be definitely much more than 8 videos, but they will all be inside of these 8 things. That said, each video will be like a subtopic of its own, but the main areas will be, number 1, making peace with the past. Number 2, establishing daily routines. Number 3, cultivating a new mindset. Number four, a new way to socialize and have fun. Excuse me. Number five, becoming productive again, meaning how do you go about the process of maybe finding work or getting to a place where maybe you can run your own business. I'm going to share from my own experiences on that. I'm going to be touching also on AA and NA, Alcoholics Anonymous and Narcotics Anonymous, and how they relate to you now that you are out of rehab or now that you're done with that initial process of rehabilitation. How are they meant to be helpful to you moving forward? I'll be going into that. Number seven, I'll be getting into how to get help when you need it. As you're going to realize very quickly in this process, it takes a community to maintain and protect your sobriety. And finally, number eight, I will be guiding you through how to get through the first 30, the first 90, and the first 365 days after rehabilitation. Right. So another thing that I'd like to share at this stage is I want to keep these videos really compressed. A very long video would be what, maybe just about 10 minutes. I'd like for them to be shorter if possible. There are going to be certain areas where I will need to share a little bit more. I guess the commitment here being I will try and keep these videos as short as possible without compromising the value that I'm hoping to transfer over to you. What else would I like to share? If you're watching this video and are going to be watching subsequent videos and you are yourself in the very early stages of addiction recovery, here is my commitment to you. I will be honest, I'll be blunt, I'll be truthful, I'll keep it all the way real with you. I will share from the experiences of my life, the things that I've done right, the things that I got wrong, and everything else in between. And I promise you that I will respond to every question, every comment that you have, whatever it takes to come and complement whatever support mechanism you have around you as you begin this process. I want to be part of that process with you. And I want you to know that you're not alone. I got your back. If you're watching this and you are not yourself afflicted by the disease of addiction, but maybe you know somebody who is, I ask you to kindly share this with them. No fluff. Unlike previous videos that I've done, this one is not going to be fluffy with like amazing editing and amazing music. Those are the very things that have made me procrastinate on making this content for so long. So I decided it's going to be me, a camera, and a microphone just sharing my truth with you. So come over, let's have that conversation. I promise you, if you're just beginning the journey of addiction recovery, this will have some value for you, especially if you've been through rehabilitation. All right, then. I am guessing this video is already much longer than I needed it to be. So allow me to conclude here. I will see you on the first video. Okay. Oh, as I close, I will be posting on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. So I'll be posting 3 times a week. It's quite a few things. I could have made the videos fewer and longer, but I just thought let's keep them nice and easy to consume. I'd rather have many of them posted over a longer duration of time if it increases the chance and possibility of you consuming the video. All right, then. So let me conclude there. I look forward to sharing this journey with you. And if you are celebrating even a single day of sobriety, I salute you. I celebrate you. And I'd like to tell you that, man, that struggle, that commitment, it's going to pay massive dividends. So hang in there. It's going to be okay. All right, then. Concluding, see you on the next one.